Hello, I'm Crickets, and welcome back to I Have a Story. Here on Seek the Lord Sunday, I talk about the struggles I have with religion, and throughout the history of my life, the struggles I have with religion. And while many people out there have struggles with religion, I'm not here to cover the stuff that most people know, like the priests and little boys and all the bad stuff that just unbelievably has taken place. I'm here to talk about the things that I've experienced in life that make me question religion and struggle with it. And it all has to do with man, every single bit of it. I made a video on my last Seek the Lord Sunday about how the story of Isaac Newton as a kid made me question religion. A man can prove a theory, but yet the church and the king put him in prison. But the church is supposed to be compassionate and understanding and care about people. And when they see something with their own eyes right in front of them, they still put him in jail? That's a dictator. That's not a religion. I'm here to share even more stories in the future, even how the Charlie Kirk and Society incident makes me question religion today. I really, in the end, I'm hoping to bring this all together to show why I have my own religion, because man has destroyed religion for me. It's already difficult enough to believe in something that seems unbelievable. Well, welcome to my channel. Whole thing's unbelievable, but everything I say on my channel is true. So, when I was a kid, and we learned about the Romeo and Juliet movie and what took place in that movie, made me question religion again as a kid. Now, a lot of people today probably are not familiar with the Romeo and Juliet movie, and I haven't seen it since I was a kid. But part of what we were taught is the friar in the fields. Well, what was in those fields that he was sitting in? If you can read this on your screen, and I can't read all of it and it's hurting my eyes. They sat in fields of poppy plants. Now, I knew about poppy plants when I was a kid strictly because I talked about how I grew up in a VFW hall, Veterans of Foreign Wars. It was the most positive thing and what felt good and right as a child through all the misery and pain that I had to deal with. It was the one thing that I held on to because it felt right. My country still today teaches us that's right. You stand up and fight for freedom, you fight for your country, you fight for humanity, you're praised, but instead I get damned for it. Again, more why my views and the darkness that I live in. So it made me question. I knew about poppy plants, and then we had the DARE program back in the 80s and 90s that, if you smoke marijuana, you're going to see little dinosaurs running around and you're going to hallucinate. So I knew a little bit about hallucinations and hallucinogenic drugs because of what they taught us. And then later on in life, I ended up smoking marijuana myself and find out, wait, you don't hallucinate. What were they smoking? Maybe they were smoking poppy plants. It wasn't actually marijuana. I don't know. Or it was just all a big scare tactic. So when I sat and found, learned this in this movie, wait, the pastors were sitting out in fields of poppy plants? Hallucinogenic drugs? Is that why they saw the seas part? Was the story about David and Goliath actually a 2-year-old and a kitty cat and they were just hallucinating? How do I find reality in this? Hi, Mr. Bubbles. So these made me question, when I was a kid, question religion. Like, wait, this isn't, the Bible itself is already a struggle to understand and to make sense of. But then we keep adding all this stuff that adds to what just doesn't make sense. So when I learned about that, and it makes me laugh, I think it's funny that the poppy plant is the symbol of our Veterans of Foreign Wars. Why the poppy plant? Why did they choose that one? I never learned the story behind that and why our veterans choose a hallucinogenic flower to represent them. I've had even more struggles in my life with religion, and I think my next one I'm going to be coming out with is how Bible school made me question religion as a kid. I still try to find my way through it all, and I don't want to not believe, but it's hard to believe in something that man is completely just, again, destroyed. Stay tuned for future episodes, and I'll be sharing more with you. And thank you for joining along, and I hope you had a good weekend.